To the northwestern region, Governor Nasser El-Rufai of Kaduna State is seeking the assistance of the United States government in the development of education, health and agriculture sectors. At a meeting with the Nigerian ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Stuart Simonton, embassy officials and leadership of the Nigeria-American Chambers of Commerce, the governor called for more foreign investment so as to create more jobs for the youth.
There is a need for significant interventions in the area of health, education, agriculture, trade and infrastructure in this part of the country. Not only for it to catch up, but also for our young people to have opportunities as well as hope. Because it is lack of opportunities and lack of hope, compounded by ignorance, that has created the kind of problems we've seen in the Northeast. God forbid we don't want a repetition of that. Here in Kaduna State, we are battling with kidnapping and all kinds of criminality. And the foundation of all this, I insist, is lack of education, lack of opportunities, and lack of hope. A person with no hope has nothing to lose. And this we must do whatever we can to prevent. What Kaduna State needs more than anything is jobs. We cannot create jobs without investments. This is why we value the relationship we enjoy with the Nigeria-American Chamber of Commerce. It's the most active chamber of commerce in the state.
Mr. Nasser El-Rufai, Governor of Kaduna State. To the southeast, for over a year, the Federal Medical Center in Imo State has been plunged into what seems to be an unending controversy and disagreement between the management and the workers. Now, the prolonged crisis is over the recall of the medical director of that institution, who the workers say they no longer feel comfortable with. Now, a group of citizens of Imo State are intervening in the crisis, calling on all concerned to sheathe their swords.
Hundreds of concerned residents take to the streets of Owerri, the Imo State capital, southeast Nigeria, calling on all interest groups at the Federal Medical Center to give peace a chance. For over a year now, the various camps at the center have been locked in a deep disagreement over the leadership of the institution. Mr. Prince Will Okorie is the leader of this group, and he says the long-drawn crisis at the institution is unnecessary.
Federal Medical Center Owerri was set up for the benefit of Imo people and not unionists. And for 1 year, above 1 year now, the people that claim to be unionists have made the Federal Medical Center Owerri not to function normal.
The group believes the dispute is an affront on Imo people for whom the health facility was set up.
The Federal Medical Center Owerri is the only federal tertiary health institution we have in Imo State. If that center is messed up, any health challenge at the level of tertiary health care will mean that the Imolites will have to travel to other states to access tertiary health care. And that wouldn't be to the good welfare of our people.
But it's been difficult for the two camps to agree in spite of various interventions at all levels of government.
We are not here to say we hate Imolites, no. We have come to say Imolites deserve better health services. We have come to say that we know only of a public service rule, PSR. But today, in the case of FMC, it appears there is a public master's rule now.
The feeling in most circles is that the crisis is being belabored by those fanning the embers of war. The advice from concerned citizens is that patients should be put into consideration first before their next line of action.
Also in the southeast, as part of efforts to ensure peaceful conduct of the December 21st local government elections in Abia State, political parties there have pledged to shun any act capable of threatening the peace of the state with the signing of a peace pact in Umuahia, the Abia State capital. According to the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Adile Oyebade, the signing has become necessary because of the increasing cases of electoral violence across the country.
The Aguyi Ronsi Conference Center, Umuahia, Abia State, venue of the signing of a peace pact, geared towards achieving a violence-free election during the December the 21st local government polls. Present at this gathering are representatives of various political parties in the state, the Abia Electoral Commission, as well as the police. The chairman of the Abia State Electoral Commission, Honorable Justice Igbozurike Akomas, assures of the commission's preparedness to conduct a free and fair election.
All I want to say, even against this battle, is to assure all the political parties participating in this election that the Commission is doing its best to conduct free, fair, and credible election.
The Commissioner of Police in the state, Mr. Adile Oyebade, enjoins politicians to always conduct themselves according to the provisions of the law.
I have a copy of the guidelines, and I believe that political parties that are serious-minded and that have the idea of going by the rules, they should all also take interest in following the rules as it has been set by the Commission.
That advice paved way for the signing of the peace pact by representatives of all the political parties present at the event. It remains to be seen if the signing of this peace pact will have any hold on the way politicians in the state conduct themselves before, during and after the December the 21st local government polls.
To education, the national leadership of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, has appreciated and commended the Ogun State Governor, Bikula Amusun, for giving clemency to 12 teachers earlier sacked by the state government and other 19 suspended. At a press briefing after the emergency State Wing Executive Council meeting of the Union in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, the national president of the Union, Mr. Michael Lukoya, charged teachers to rededicate themselves to the service of the state and uphold the ethics of the state's civil and public service. He also asked the governor to extend the gesture to 4 other principal executive members who were dismissed from the service for alleged gross misconduct.
This solidarity song by the National and Ogun State Executive Council members of the Nigerian Union of Teachers marks the beginning of the emergency meeting. The members received the good news that 12 teachers sacked by the Ogun State government and another 19 who had been on suspension have been recalled. Grateful for the gesture, the union wants it extended to 4 other principal executive members who were dismissed for alleged gross misconduct.
We equally want to plead. According to Imazin, it is not over until everything is over. We are aware that we have an issue. We have erred. We are on our knees pleading with the government to please, in the usual manner of milk of compassion, extend this to the other 4 officers that are still in the Gulag.
While pledging the support of the Union for government policies and programs, the national president appealed to members to show more responsibility in their dealings with the state government.
To charge all of you to go back to your school, do the needful, renew your dedication, be loyal to the government of Ogun State. Don't forget the ethics of the civil service, public service. The government here, personally, I am not a Shushana, those of you that know me. As far as education is concerned, the government of Ogun State is doing wonderfully well.
The teachers were punished for allegedly insulting a representative of the governor at the celebration of the Teachers' Day in Abeokuta, the state capital.